All right, ladies and gentlemen, Zach Hubeck with Wave LLC. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an amazing opportunity for AirWAVs and CommScope Ruckus and Wave because we have an extremely special guest on today. Let me just run through the resume a little bit, and I've got 3 pages, but let me just hit some of the top highlights. 2010 NASCAR Corona Series Rookie of the Year, 2015 NASCAR Xfinity Series Rookie of the Year, 2016 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion, and 2017 Monster Energy Open winner. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have 99 en la casa. I have Daniel Suarez with me. Daniel, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Zach. How are you doing, man? Thank you very much for the presentation.
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for joining today. How are you? Are you already in Wisconsin, sir?
Not yet. No, not yet. We're gonna be heading that way in a couple of days.
Very good.
But actually, all this morning we spent a lot of hours working in the simulator and trying to understand a few different things that we're gonna be doing on Saturday during practice. So it's been a lot of fun, honestly. This year as a whole, it's been a lot of fun. With Trackhouse Racing, with Chevrolet, CommScope, Camping World, Coca-Cola, Freeway,
Yep.
all the people that support this program and makes for us to be able to go to a racetrack, be competitive, and fight for wins and fight to be up front.
Awesome. I love it. So Trackhouse Racing was kind enough, Jamie and Drew over there, they were kind enough to send me a fire suit. Daniel, one of the things I asked them right out of the gate, I'm like, can I test that it is in fact fireproof? And they said no, unfortunately.
I mean, but that's going to be for your own risk.
I can, but there's going to be some paperwork later. So Daniel, let me ask this, man. I mean, just reading through the accomplishments, I only hit a few points, and there's a long resume here. Let's go way, way back. When did you first know you wanted to be a race car driver?
Well, I don't really come from a racing family or from a family with money or really anything like that. And racing can be expensive and it can be also very driven by knowing what to do and what not to do. And I didn't have any of this. So, I grew up with a very regular, average family. My father had and actually still has a restoration shop. He restores classic cars,
Nice.
shows and stuff like that. So that's pretty much where I start to get attached to cars. Since a very young age, I started getting attached to cars because going to a shop with my father and liking, old cars and fixing cars and getting dirty and I started getting some attraction to engines and eventually I wanted those engines to go fast and be more noisy and stuff like that. And it's crazy how life happened because I didn't have racing in my radar at all. Um, until one of my father's customer son was into racing. He was racing go-karts. He's only a couple years older than me, and he was racing go-karts. And one day he invited me to go, watch him, and then eventually that watch, look at him on Saturdays ended up being in there, turn a few laps and then more and more, and that's pretty much how everything started. I started without knowing anything, and I start to get so much passion about it. I've been extremely competitive since I can remember, and I started really putting more hours and more hours, and I really fell in love with competition. How difficult it was to be successful in racing, and in my career, I've been very fortunate in many ways, but I've been very unfortunate in many ways as well. And early in my career, I didn't have the money to get the best go-kart or the best mechanics or the best tires and stuff like that. So I had to race with less most of my career, and that made me, push harder and be extremely competitive. And it was a lot of fun. I feel like that made me who I am today. But yeah,
Nice.
that's pretty much a little bit of how I grew up back in the early 2000s, man. It's been a while. I was only 11 years old.
Nice.
It was probably in 2003 or so when I started racing.
Okay. Very cool. That's awesome. And speaking of successes and all of that hard work paying off, Daniel, in 2016, you're the first non-American to win a major NASCAR series championship. So what was that moment like for you? I know there was a restart with 3 laps to go. Can you talk to me a little bit about, and I know you can go right back to that very moment, and I know you went on the outside and wound up winning. Take me back to that moment, that last lap, and then what does that mean for you and what does that mean for your country?
It means a lot. It means a lot because it was an accomplishment that nobody else has done before, and I when I was trying to come to the United States, fast forwarding my life from 2003 all the way to 2011, when I actually moved from Mexico to the United States, a lot of people didn't believe that it was possible for a Mexican driver to be successful in NASCAR. A lot of good friends told me many times that it was a very American sport. That it was very difficult to be successful, and I just, for many different reasons, I just decided to try and see for my own. And honestly, I have had a lot of support from NASCAR, from many people, from the Drive for Diversity, and I feel very, very lucky to be here, honestly. To be able to accomplish something like that, first winning a race and then winning the championship and then, starting to become more and more successful is pretty incredible. But I always say this, before I won all those races and championships, I always say that I didn't came here just to say that I made it. A lot of people, I remember saying to me, "Hey, you made it, man. You are already in the United States, racing in the top levels of NASCAR." I say, honestly, on my mind, I haven't done anything. I haven't made anything. I didn't. My goal wasn't to get here. My goal was to go here and be successful and beat everyone in the NASCAR series. And I feel like that has been just the beginning of it. I'm still really very young. I still have a long career ahead of me, and I'm really learning as I go. And I honestly believe that the best is yet to come. But that 2016 championship was very special because it was the first one.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations. That's such an amazing accomplishment. Just to hear all the work you had to put in, and it's just amazing that you accomplished that. So congratulations on hitting that, and more to come. So Daniel, let's talk about Trackhouse Racing real quick. What is it like racing for those guys? And do you have any barbecues planned with Justin Marks or Pitbull? Maybe a collaboration. We're going to hear a song with you featured rapping a couple of months from now. What do you got in the works?
Well, Trackhouse has been amazing. It's an amazing team. We're a very young team, but a very fun team. Very competitive. We do our job in the racetrack, that's for sure. But we also have fun outside the racetrack. Justin Marks, Ty Norris, Pitbull. We have amazing people around this team, and I feel very, very fortunate to be the driver and to be part of this group. And I feel like there is amazing things coming. I really believe that. I believe in Trackhouse so much, and Pitbull and everything that these guys do. And hopefully one day we can do, like you say, some filming together. I don't think I'm gonna do barbecue. I may do some tacos with salsa.
There we go. Right
on. To make it unique, but yeah, man, that would be cool.
Very cool. Awesome. So let's talk about CommScope and Ruckus real quick. And CommScope and Ruckus, they manufacture wired and wireless equipment. So literally connecting people to the internet. And when COVID hit and everyone had to work from home and everyone had to bring their offices home, a lot of their products were in need. And so they're delivering these products, and I liken their products to the super highway of the internet, if you will. So super speeds, gigabit speeds with their products. How does that correlate to what you're doing? And what are some of the speeds that you're hitting literally in the car? How fast are you going on some of these tracks?
Well, every racetrack is different. Every racetrack is different. We have, for instance, the smallest racetrack that is Martinsville, that we are going only. The max speed is probably 130 miles per hour, which is not a lot, but it's only half a mile. It's a very, very small racetrack. And then we have a racetrack like Talladega, Daytona, California, all these places that are 2+ miles that we are going 210, 215, 200 miles per hour.
Wow.
We're very fast. So, we have all these different kind of fast racetracks and also small racetracks, but technology is extremely important in our sport. We have a lot of similarities to CommScope, to Ruckus, and everything that we do. We use a lot of technology during the race, during the weekend. We have a lot of people already in the racetrack with us, but also we have people in what we call a command center during the race weekend, that they are checking a lot of data, a lot of information, not just from our team, but from other teams, and comparing and trying to see what we're doing good, what we're doing bad, what can we do better. And all that information is live, sending to our team in the racetrack. So we need to have very, very obviously fast internet and very good technology communication to be able to communicate back and forward pretty much the entire weekend. So a lot of people don't know this, but there is a lot of technology involved for our race teams, not just my team, but every single race team out there, to be able to perform the way that we do.
Absolutely. Nice. Let me ask you this question, Daniel. When you get back, you're off the track, you're done racing, you get back in your daily driver car. Are you having a hard time paying attention to the speed limit? Do you have a lot of speeding tickets?
No, man. You won't believe this, but I don't. And the reason of that is because you will never compare what you can live on the racetrack to what you can actually live on the street. Like, doesn't matter how fast you try to drive in the street.
Yep.
I mean, on top of that, it's dangerous, but doesn't matter how hard you try, you will never get to 10% of the adrenaline that you live in the racetrack. Not even 10%. So, it's not worth it. I feel like the street is a transportation. That's exactly what it is. And at times when I'm driving my old cars, it's just for fun. But racetrack is where I actually drain all my adrenaline, and that's the way I see it. And I'm guarantee you that probably 99% of the drivers, they see it the same way.
Yeah. So I'd imagine you're pulling a lot of G-forces, making those turns. What is some of your training and preparation for these races so your body can handle those top speeds and those G-forces?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we have to do. Different kind of workouts, different kind of workouts with high temperatures. I like to do a lot of boxing because I think that's a very good workout as well. And something that is very important as well, we work a lot with our brain coordination, with our hands, with our eyes, and reaction times. We have a lot of different drills to play with lights, coordination, catch different things in different colors and stuff like that. That's also very important because you need to have a very, very good coordination. In racing, you cannot think and react. It doesn't work like that. You have to let your instincts go and do your thing. Many times, people, friends, fans, they have asked me, "Hey, what are you thinking when you are racing? Hey, how do you avoid a wreck? How do you do all these things when the car is going sideways?" And the reality is that I'm not doing it. Like, it's my brain, my body doing my instincts. It's everything that is doing it. Because if I think about it, I'm behind. You have to be on top of your game, and then on top of that, then you have the temperature, very high temperatures in the car, so you have to have a good training program, so you're used to those temperatures and stuff like that. So it's a lot of things that go with that to be able to be successful in the 3-4 hour race that we have every week.
Got it. Very good. All right, Daniel, last question for you. You're on a deserted island and you have only one racetrack you can race for the rest of your life. Which racetrack is that and why, sir?
I would say probably Dover. Dover is an amazing place. The racetrack is a lot of fun. They call it the Monster Mile. It's very, very difficult mentally, physically. And I love this place because I'm successful at it, and also because it's so difficult. Right? You have to be in good shape to perform in a place like that. And I just enjoy going. I enjoy every single racetrack, but Dover is probably one of the top.
Very cool. Well, I lied, Daniel. Not my last question. You were just on dirt. How do you like racing on dirt versus the racetrack?
I'll be honest with you, it's not my thing.
Okay.
I never raced dirt before in my life. I went to the Bristol dirt race with an open mentality to have fun, and things worked out very, very well. We finished in the top 5, and we had a shot actually to win the race. But that's not my thing. You know, I didn't grow up racing dirt. I don't have experience racing dirt. I did a good job. My team gave me a good car, and I did my part. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's different. But if I have to pick, I pick concrete or asphalt all day.
All right, very good. Well, Daniel, thank you so much for joining me, man. Mucho gusto. Really nice to meet you, and best of luck. You're going to be at Elkhart Lake at Road America in Wisconsin here on the 4th of July and the 3rd through the 5th. And best of luck to you, sir. And thank you so much for doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Suarez. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Zach. I appreciate it, man.